DMI's flagship product is InterestNet, a single product solution providing everything you need for federal and state interest computations. InterestNet is the industry standard interest computation software, and it is the software used by the IRS and leading service providers to accurately compute global interest netting benefit per Section 6621D. From the main screen, you have access to all of the features and functions of the InterestNet system. These functions are accessed using the navigation panel located on the left side of the main screen. Functions available include both easy and complex interest for both single and multi-module, various penalty calculations, as well as many utility features. The interest rate tables used to perform federal and all state interest computations are available in the Utilities menu. Interest rates are updated automatically on a quarterly basis. The single module section accesses the data entry grids for tax transactional data as provided in IRS transcript or other format. The data is organized and stored by jurisdiction, tax identification number, tax return type, and tax period. Looking at 1989, transactional data can be entered according to the IRS TC codes as shown in this module, or they can be entered using simplified coding as shown in 1990. The interest start date is entered in the adjustment end date column. Restricted interest computations requiring periods of interest suspension are performed using interest suspension entries, where you can indicate the start and end date of the interest suspension period. Interest assessments and abatements are denoted with a D in the excluded column. Credit interest allowed entries are denoted with an O in the excluded column for overpayment interest. Entries that can be excluded from the interest computation, such as reversing entries or $0 entries, should be marked with an E for excluded. Changing the Show Selection drop box to Included Only provides a list of only those entries that will have an impact on the interest computation, providing for simpler data maintenance. Once the tax and interest entries have been made, set the Run To date to reflect the date through which you would like to compute interest. Click on the Process button to run your single module interest computations. To review the detailed interest computation report, select the Reports option at the bottom of the screen. Then select the 490 Activity Summary report from the list of available reports by double-clicking on it to run the report. This report indicates the overall parameters at the top of the page, followed by a list of entries that impact the interest computation in order of interest effect date. The next section is the detail of the interest computation, including the balance, principal, and interest as of each interest effect date, and the corresponding interest factor that will be applied. The interest factor is computed based on the published interest rate tables. The third and final section of the report provides a recap of the interest computed, as well as a comparison of interest posted in the account per the transcript, if applicable. The user controls the module's tax return and interest computation parameters by selecting the Edit Module option at the bottom of the screen. Here you can set the identifying parameters of the module, such as tax ID, tax type, and return year and month, and also control the application of GAT, overpayment interest rates, LCU or hot interest rates, set the interest rate tables to use, and set the current netting status for the module, and other computational parameters. To run global netting interest computations, click on the Multi-Module option from the navigation panel. Highlight the modules you would like to include in the netting computation and click on the Select button. Set the Run To date to reflect the date through which you would like to compute interest. Check the box to turn netting on, and click on the Process button to run multiple module interest computations, including the global interest netting results. Single module results without netting are shown in the top grid, while multiple module with netting results are shown in the bottom grid. The netting benefit of $1,045.63 is highlighted at the bottom. Various reports are available to support your global interest netting results, including the summary report. This report provides summarized individual and with netting module results. In addition, you can view the netting corrections that will be made to each module in the 240 report. Post-netting adjustment module results are shown in the 490 activity summary. Now let's take a look at the federal penalties that are available in InterestNet. This is done by simply selecting the desired penalty from the navigation panel on the left side of the screen. First, let's take a look at the estimated payment penalty. The estimated tax penalty screen for a particular module will open. If this is the first time the penalty is being accessed for the module, certain data elements will be automatically preloaded for the user. Now the user can review these assignments and enter or update the rest of the Form 2220 information. After completing the data entry, the user can process the information, and the penalty results screen will be displayed. This screen shows the user the penalty results, the appropriate penalty transactions to add to the module if desired, and gives the user access to any reports applicable for that penalty calculation. In addition to the estimated payment penalty, the user has access to the full range of federal penalties, such as failure to file, failure to pay, failure to deposit for payroll tax modules, and all the various fraud and accuracy related penalties. Once taxpayer data has been input by the user, it is stored in client data files that may be stored locally or on a network drive, and may be shared between users and even sent as email attachments. Please contact DMI for more information or to purchase InterestNet software.